Started. All right, welcome to the first episode of ChrisyCast. I'm your host, ChrisyBoy5, and we're here with Squirtle, Sarah, and Segatendo. Introduce yourselves.
Hello, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Segatendo 1985. I have a YouTube channel, also called Segatendo 1985. Please check me out and check out my cringeworthy content. It'd be much appreciated.
All right, sounds good. What about you, Sarah? Where can people know you from?
Squirtle can go. Squirtle can go first.
Squirtle, you go.
I'm DP Squirtle 21, and in my channel it's also DP Squirtle 21. Sometimes it depends. I could live stream shiny hunting and Pokemon / Switch stuff, and yeah.
All right. Okay, good. Well, this is just we're doing a podcast, and the topic we're gonna talk about is the current Splatfest that is going on. It just ended in North America, but it's still going on in Europe. It's called Action versus Comedy.
This podcast is very dated when all of you are watching, so be forewarned.
Yeah. So we just played this Splatfest together, most of us, and we're now just gonna talk about everything about the Splatfest. So let's go over to the first question. All right. So what team is everybody on?
I am in Team Comedy.
All right. Okay.
And the reason I chose Team Comedy is because, honestly, I prefer when I'm watching a movie to be able to laugh and just be like, "Ooh," than just gasp. And yeah, I don't know. Comedy is better. It's more entertaining.
All right.
Wait, am I supposed to do I start my intro now?
No, never mind. No, never mind. You're already here, Sarah. So I chose Team Comedy too, and why did I choose it? I don't know exactly. I just feel more for comedy than action. I like to laugh, and I like comedy. I like action too, but laughing is just more special to me than action. Action is just so vague to me. I don't know. So that's why I chose comedy. Sega, why did you pick the team you picked? What team did you pick?
Well, personally, like the rest of you, I also chose. And the reason why I chose comedy is that, you see, what some of you don't know is that I am also a cartoonist, and I personally believe that comedy is comedy is much more easily represented and is also much more entertaining in drawing. The other reason is that I just think that comedy is a lot more enjoyable to watch, to witness. It's just a lot more fun. Sometimes even the best action movies, TV shows, they can feel a bit dull and kind of fake. But comedy is, if done right, just seems, I don't know. I just find it more entertaining.
Yo, I feel you on that one, man. I like comedy. Like action is a bit old. I don't know. Like the big things on YouTube right now are like PewDiePie, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Rice Gum. They're all comedy, right? Like what is action today?
I mean, it's not even that. Personally, now don't get me wrong. Personally, this is a very hard, because I myself really love action. I love good old class and action films like Die Hard, Top Gun, stuff like that. But I just think that comedy, not only is it easier to do and do well, but I just think that unlike action, there's a bit more variety, if you catch my drift. Like with action, it's just kind of the same old stuff. Like a guy runs in, shoots people, punches someone in the face.
Yeah.
Stuff explodes. Comedy, it feels like it's a lot more varied. There are different types, and
stand-up comedy and stuff.
And it can be done in a multitude of ways. Keeping things fresh and enjoyable.
But true.
Nothing ever gets stale.
True. What about you, Sarah? What team were you on?
Yeah,
Oh, I chose Team Action.
Yeah.
The reason I chose Team Action is I always preferred action. I've never been a comedy girl.
All right. All
And
right.
basically, I know all this stuff like PewDiePie, Logan Paul, and all those gamers. They're comedy, but mostly they're action because they're playing action-filled games. And most of the games they play are action. Chrissy, Boy 5, he plays action games like Splatoon.
Yeah.
That's an action game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a multiplayer shooter game,
Yes.
which makes it action. And there are movies, great movies that involve action, very good movies. And I just preferred action over comedy. I've never been a comedy girl.
Okay. Okay. Well, interesting. So we
That's
So,
why
got
I chose
but
action.
wait, what?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, if Chris would just live stream and he would just do gameplay, he wouldn't talk and do nothing, and he would just do Splatoon 2 gameplay because it's action, would you watch it?
Yes, I mean, it's still content, and I would watch it to get entertained.
Okay. Okay. Entertainment. So both
I mean,
action
there's a
and
lot of
comedy.
people who play Splatoon 2 that don't talk.
All right. Wait, so we now know what team we're on. Most of us are on comedy, but Sarah is the only one who's on action here. That's kind of interesting.
Hmm
You're also the only girl, so I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. Could be, I don't know. But who do you guys think is gonna win the Splatfest actually?
I think comedy.
Comedy. Okay, well, Sarah, what do
I
you?
mean,
Yeah, you think everyone thinks their team's gonna win or what?
I mean, I would love action to win. I personally think comedy is going to take popularity and take team mode. I think action is only going to win solo play. I've seen a lot of action win solo play.
Okay,
But the other two, I just think comedy took them and won 2-1.
all right.
I have the opposite. I think
But
that. I think
But I
that.
still hope action wins.
I think that action will win the popularity, and they would win the team.
Okay, so that's interesting. The one who's on Team Action actually thinks comedy is gonna win the popular vote. Wait, Sega, what do you think? Who's gonna win this Splatfest? And on popularity or matches, what do you think?
Well, I mean, granted, this Splatfest out of all the Splatoon 2 Splatfests, this is the one that I've had the least amount of playtime with, mainly due to real life events and whatnot.
Okay.
But from what I've experienced, I think that the popularity, can't really tell which is more popular, since based on my experience, both teams seem to have had a lot of supporters and a lot of players. In terms of matches, I personally, I've seen a lot more comedy wins and a lot more, and I've personally been in a lot more where comedy has won. So I'm gonna have to say that I think comedy is going to, in terms of matches won. But in terms of popularity, I can't really tell which one is going to be
All right. All
very
right.
close.
Well, I think action is gonna take the popularity because it's just so easy to go with action. What I notice is to go with comedy is a harder choice for people. Like action is a way easier to go with. It's like it makes more sense to people. You know, like I don't know how you what you call it, but so that's why I think action is gonna win. But it's not gonna be like uneven. I think it's gonna be pretty close, you know, because people really love comedy too.
I love both.
But
It's very hard.
do you guys think there's gonna be differences in regions on who's gonna win? What team is gonna win what Splatfest and stuff?
Oh, yes. But the results are global. So it's going to be the same for everyone, which is really going to have an effect. Because in Europe,
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty
True.
sure Team Comedy was more popular. But in the United States, I saw a lot of action players.
Okay.
I have no clue. because the results are global and it's the same for everyone. So
All right. Yo, what?
Can I
Yeah, Sega. What do you think about it?
say something?
Sure.
if the results weren't global, it'll be way different.
Honestly, I don't have a solid answer because I don't know how it went in regions. I don't in the United States side. I can't. I don't really know which region was more or whatnot.
All right.
I'm just sort of low and to see what.
So yeah, you don't know what. So what do you think about North America then? Since you're from North America, do you how do you think? What do you think is gonna happen there
Well,
in results?
I mean, I kind of already said what I thought in terms of North America about how
Oh yeah.
the popularity was very close. It was kind of hard to tell, and
Okay.
and that in terms of matches won at Comet, definitely won.
Okay, yo, Square, you got something to add to this?
Not really, because I 100% agree with Segatendo.
So it's gonna be a hard. The results is gonna be hard to see if it's gonna be comedy or action. It's like it's not gonna be like action is not gonna be. It's not gonna win the popularity vote by a landslide or anything. It's not gonna be that kind of Splatfest, right?
Definitely not.
This has definitely been one of the, if not the closest Splatfest in quite some time. I want to say since, going back to the Splatoon 1 days.
Ninja versus Pirate.
Barbarian,
Oh, no,
Ninja first Barbarian. That was my
that
first
one,
Splatfest.
That one was in the favor of ninjas but somehow pirates won.
No, it was.
Pirate.
Oh, maybe it was Barbarian versus Ninja for me. Maybe it's because it was different for Europe and North America.
In Europe they did ninjas and barbarians, but I think that in Europe
it was that one. I think it was really close.
I think it was actually a few months after Ninjas and Pirates happened in North America, because Ninjas and Pirates was the Halloween Splat 2015.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's go over to let's talk about Shifty Station. Did you guys like the new Shifty Station?
Yes, I thought the invisible walls and the invisible ground was a good concept, but the thing that wasn't good was that they didn't have that much of it. They didn't have everything was almost.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot of ground.
That was like the
What's
most.
that rustling sound?
No, I don't know, but I muted Sarah. It's coming from Sarah. But yeah, Shifty Station was different this time because it had invisible forms for the first time, right? That was like the new thing.
If you want my honest opinion, I thought that the new Shifty Station was absolutely horrible. I just thought that my two biggest problems with it were that it was very compact and very squished. There really wasn't that much room to move around, and I felt like there were a lot more walls than considering how small the course is to begin with. I think it could have definitely been a bit more spacious.
Yeah, I agree, man. I can see that, man. It was kind of there were narrow passageways sometimes, and it was so cramped up. It was not that exactly what you said. It was not that open everywhere, especially in the middle. You know, the middle was like some kind of jungle. You know,
the middle was very.
Yeah.
It was also very confusing. Yeah. Where there was like this one elevated platform that had like a very narrow way to get to it, and it was in a really awkward spot.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yo, this I have to say for me this was the weirdest Shifty Station by far. Definitely. What about you guys?
It was small too.
No, it was actually kind of big because you have these side passages, you know, nobody really took them. But you had the stage was really big actually, but a lot of areas nobody went. It was all about the middle, you know. There was
I
side.
just thought that there wasn't really. I just thought that like aside from the invisible platforms, which to be honest, there really weren't that many to begin with. There wasn't really anything interesting about it. There were no
Yeah.
standout.
Yeah, I agree,
Like
man. It wasn't that interesting.
like in the past, like in the last platform, there were a lot of like carousel platform with those ink things. I forget. I don't know.
Wait, what? Those Swiffers or something? The moving things?
Yeah, but
Well, I don't know what you call them.
things
The
that
Slippers.
Swiffers. Yeah. Didn't they introduce that in the previous Splatfest for the first time? The one with the
Yeah,
yeah.
with the rotating.
Yeah,
the
I
thing
like
in the
that
middle.
one actually. That was a pretty cool shifty station.
Yeah.
This one was so, I don't know, it didn't feel good moving around in. Wait, hold on. The one before that one. Do you guys remember that one? Before the wait, what was I don't know.
Fantasy?
No, I had European Splatfest, so I can't even reference a Splatfest. But yeah, there's been another. Look, there was this shifty station in the middle. You had this wall, and you had to go through the sides to get to the other side. Do you remember that one? The one it had smaller rotating objects or something. You remember that one? Hello? Am I am I alone? Yo, what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, never mind. We'll just move on. But this shifty station was kind of weird then, with all the invisible
Yeah.
things and. So who do you guys think is gonna win solo and team, and why? Did we discuss that already?
I mean, we kind of went into depth in that question.
I think we
So I
already
really don't think there's a
talked about
point in
it.
going back in it.
All right, then we'll skip that. Yo, by the way, Sega just left. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he'll be back. His phone probably died or something. We'll just continue. Things happen, you know. But okay. So we already talked about our experience with the Splatfest. No, actually, no, we
The
haven't.
matchmaking?
We haven't talked about the matchmaking. Like you guys have seen on stream my experience with it. I had a lot of matches.
But at the end, there was barely any people, so we keep on getting like kicked out, and then we had to go
Yeah.
back in.
Yeah, that was.
The reason I think that happened was because he's in Europe, and most of the North Americans, I don't think they get matched with Europeans. Because I tried
No.
to get with him, and I
No,
couldn't.
they get matched with the Europeans because I was playing with David.
Horrible.
I was even playing with David. But the thing was it happened near the end when the North American Splatfest was ending. That's probably why I wasn't getting
Yeah.
matches. Towards the end, less people will play the Splatfest and what else? Yeah, and it was ending too, so maybe something was up with the server or something. I don't know. But yeah, how many times did I fought,
And also-
fought the same team? That was 50, almost 50-50.
On 1v1, I never fought the same team like once. I never fought it once on one, not on 1v1, not
Oh.
team solo.
So you had a pretty good Splatfest actually, with no own team fights on solo.
Yeah, but only on team fight, only on team, where like we fought the same, comedy versus comedy.
Okay, that's nice. What about Sarah? How was your Splatfest matchmaking?
My best matchmaking was fine. I only went against 2 actions at the same time, and the rest were comedy.
Oh, wait. Actually, that means if you only got action 2 times, you were on action yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That probably means that action is not the most popular. Because if your team is popular, you're gonna fight your own team a lot. That's how you know, right? We don't know if it's true, but that's an indicator, right? And I fought my own team pretty much, pretty a lot. So
that's why I feel that the action had more popularity, because in solo I always fought a different. I always fought action. I never fought the same team, but on team it was a different story because there's barely any action team.
okay, yeah. So that's what you noticed. There weren't many teams on action. Many action teams.
And the ones that they were either good or bad.
And you had a lot of
Personally,
action matches with solo, so that says enough actually. From your experience alone. Wait, so let's talk about Pearl and Marina. Pearl has a winning streak right now. I don't know exactly what the statistics are. I think Sarah knows. But who is she gonna keep her winning streak? What do you think, Sarah?
Pearl, she won a lot of Splatfest, and this is the first Splatfest I was in because I haven't had the game until this Splat.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of Splatfest go down on live stream. And I've seen who won. And personally, Marina, she's been since Cake versus Ice Cream. But Pearl is slowly gaining her popularity. And she's just getting more popular and more popular. And people are starting to like her more. So in my opinion, if she has really good themes, she will win the popularity easily. And popularity could really determine if you're going to win a Splatfest or not.
True, yeah.
That's why I think she might keep her win streak. But this one, it's hard to tell if she won popularity. Because,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, go on.
I think Marina is gonna win the Splatfest because in Christmas time a lot of kids get a Switch and a copy of Splatoon, so it's a lot new. So that means the team that has most of all the popularity is gonna probably be the most losing because there's a lot of new people to the Splatoon community.
Uh-huh.
well, I personally think the kids would most likely like teen comedy for multiple reasons. Personally, I like action more than comedy, which I already said.
Yeah.
But I just think new kids enjoy comedy more than an action movie.
I don't know. That's hard to tell, actually.
That is because when I was little, I loved watching people getting attacked. So I was like, oh, I want to do that.
So I still think comedy can be more popular.
But from what I've heard from you guys, I think. Hold up. I have to mute you. What is that? Wait. So from what I've heard from you guys, action is not very strong on the team department. They might win solo. They might win the votes. I don't know. It's tricky. They're not strong all around. You know. And the
That's how you know that it's balanced.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it really is. For comedy, we know. We don't have a feeling like they're weak in team or in solo, but they might lose the popularity. And yeah, so we kind of have an idea of the results actually. So I'm hyped to see what's really gonna happen. Do you guys have a prediction? You wanna make a prediction who's gonna win?
I still think comedy's gonna win,
Comedy's gonna win.
but it's hard to tell because the results are global, and we have no clue how
True.
it went down in Japan.
That is
I have
true.
no
Dang.
clue.
That is true. What do you think,
Because one of
Squirtle?
my friends,
Oh wait, go on.
one of my
Yeah.
friends,
Because Japan players are normally good, so I don't know.
one of my friends owns a Japanese copy,
Yeah.
and they haven't told me how their Splatfest went.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you'll hear it. Okay. Let's see. You say comedy is gonna win, Sarah. Let me say.
Mhm.
I think I have a strong feeling. Comedy is gonna win, not just because I'm on the team, just because the battles, man.
Mhm.
What I've heard from you
I
guys
think
and
they're
my
gonna win
experience,
popularity.
and yeah, I think
I
they're
just
gonna
have a
win on
really
the
strong
matches.
feeling.
They're gonna lose. Comedy's gonna lose the popularity. They can either
No.
win or lose it, but I think they're gonna lose it against
Mhm.
Action, or it's gonna be close, and it's gonna be determined in
Okay.
the battles.
Well, I personally think comedy is gonna win the popularity, and for a team play, comedy was really good. I think they're gonna win that, and action is gonna get the solo.
All right. So wait, they
For what I think is action is gonna win the popularity. Action no. And they're gonna win and comedy is gonna win both battles.
wait, what? Comedy? Oh, on matches. The solo and team, they're gonna win that.
Yeah.
All right. So that those are our predictions. Wait, what did you say
Mhm.
again, Sarah? You think comedy is gonna win? Squirrel thinks comedy is gonna win. I
Yep.
think comedy is gonna win. We all think comedy is gonna win. Okay. Well,
If
comedy
action-
has to
I mean,
win
I'll be
then.
happy. I'll be happy if action wins though.
You know what we're gonna do now? We're just gonna wrap up this podcast. This was the first one. It was a little tricky, you know. We had to improvise and all and stuff. And but yeah, we'll see how this went, and we'll come back with another one. And this was good. We'll see the Splatfest results. We'll see how it
And
really went.
maybe next time we can talk about how the Splatfest results are and what we think about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Yeah,
And it's probably going to be something we did not predict and something totally different. that we
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
expect.
man. The first
Because
worldwide
there's
podcast in a
a
while.
lot of Japanese, because it came out in Japanese, came out in Japan. There's going to be a lot of Japanese players. I have no clue how they did. I'm be curious to see who won.
Yeah,
It's going
for
to be really, really packed and close.
yeah, just for
Both
just for
teams
just
were
for
extreme.
just for Splatoon 2. We have had global Splatfest earlier with Splatoon 1.
We did.
Yeah. We have.
Which one was that?
I think, well, the world premiere, wasn't that worldwide? The cake versus ice cream or something? Or the
Yeah.
Kelly and Marie too?
Oh yeah, that was. I think.
Well, we have, on Splatoon 1, we definitely
So-
had some worldwide.
So it's ketchup versus mayo.
Yeah, Ketchup versus Mayo too. Those were, what was worldwide? It's like the second or third worldwide.
But for ketchup versus mayo,
For Splatoon 2.
Japan had like chicken nuggets versus fries.
Oh, yeah. So wait,
Yeah, that was different.
alright guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Does Squirtle have anything to say before we go?
Well, I hope you liked the podcast. It was our first, so
Yeah.
I was like nervous, and so I hope you liked it.
We're all nervous, yeah, man. What about you, Sarah? You got something to say before we end it?
The team action.
Team. Oh yeah. You're representing Team Action, yeah, of course. All right, yeah. Okay, that was it. Then we'll end it, and you guys will see us in the next podcast with some new people.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Or different people.
Yeah. All right. Peace out.